So this comes with a unaliving trigger warning. Unaliving, I fucking hate that phrase. A suicide trigger warning. I was just out running some errands and I was waiting for the light, the crosswalk light to change, and a bunch of cop cars came speeding in front and stopped kind of right in the middle of the walkway, and there were already some cop cars there and some ambulance, and I noticed that the officers and the paramedics were on the ground, but they were looking upwards, and so naturally I looked up and I saw a very emotional and distraught and sad woman sitting on the side or the ledge of the building. I would say she was probably about 10 to 15 stories up. And you could hear her, she was crying and she was saying things, but I couldn't really make out what she was saying. A lot of people were standing around. Some people had their cameras out and they were taking videos, I'm assuming, which I find really gross and disgusting. Like, somebody's pain should not be made a spectacle of. So out of respect for that situation, I don't need to be there for that. So I changed course and I went a different way, and as I left, I did the only thing that I could do, which was I just said a prayer for that woman and for the situation, and I removed myself. Obviously, a situation like that is very heavy and it will bring up a lot of thoughts and emotions and feelings, and for me, it just really made me think about my friend Jordan. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but anytime I post something regarding a butterfly, I will always write "Hi Jordan" on it. And that is because Jordan, who is an ex of mine, committed suicide a few years ago. And ever since he passed away, I've just been inundated with butterflies. And I could make a whole video about the bizarre and weird and beautiful ways that butterflies show up into my life on a daily basis, literally a daily basis. Every time I see them, I just kind of want to, I acknowledge him and I take a moment and I think of him. And I think about him all the time. The grief I have from that situation is unlike any other grief I've ever experienced before. He was the sweetest, kindest, most respectful person. He is one of few people I dated who treated me like a human being and treated me with compassion and generosity, but above all, respect and kindness. And we were not together when he passed, but we remained good friends after we broke up. And so, I think about him every day, like I said, but today it's just a constant loop because I just keep thinking about how sad he must have been and how uncomfortable he must have felt inside of his body and his life, that was the only option for him. And it breaks my heart. I'm not gonna sit here and ramble all afternoon. I just want to encourage everybody to check on their people, even the ones who are strong, especially the strong friends, because I can tell you from experience that on the days that are very difficult and when the depression and the anxiety is smothering and suffocating you, I've received those messages from friends who didn't know what was going on, because I am one of the strong friends who likes to suffer in silence. But receiving a text just saying, "Hey, thinking of you," or "Hey, I love you," or "Can't wait till the next time I see you," or just checking in, it makes the world of a difference. So call your people. You don't need to wait until you know someone's having a hard time to just send them a message, just saying, "I love you. I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you're on this planet with me, and I'm happy we're experiencing this timeline together." Life is hard and stressful and feels extremely overwhelming, and depression and anxiety and hard times, they feel differently for everybody and they present themselves differently with everybody. And so we should never assume that we know what someone's going through or we know what someone can handle. But again, like I said, we shouldn't need to wait until things are bad to just say, "I love you." So to anyone who is watching this video, I love you, and I hope today you have a day that is good. Okay, goodbye.